If somebody call this time, y'all gonna get this last part tomorrow.
Cause every time.
If somebody call and answer
You remember where you were?
again, y'all gonna get this last part tomorrow. But anyway, see you later. Lock the bottom of the screen, but leave my big door open. So, anyway, y'all. December goes by in the blink of an eye because I just was not mentally available. I only remember right somewhere at the end of December because there was another blow to the good, to say the least. So I decided to try to pull myself together. I find an attorney. They get the medical records. They request them anyway. Meanwhile, I have my 6-week checkup, and they tell me that there was an infection in my placenta. Okay, what kind? Am I still infected? Where it come from? How I get it? They don't know. They don't know none of that. But that's all they know. And these things just happen and they just so sorry. But again, y'all skipping over the fact that the man in the ER broke my water. Pure point blank. That's what happened. He broke it. So anyway, that's all I know. And I'm waiting on the lawyers or whatever. They tell me to take a blood test, I guess to see if I still got the infection or something. But I didn't feel like that's what it was. Like, not to a point where I was still sick or nothing. Because if that was the case, why y'all wait till my 6-week appointment to tell me? Why wouldn't y'all call me into the doctor to have a blood test taken to try to figure out what the infection was and maybe if I still had it? But again, my mucus plug had came out, so it could have come from me going to the restroom and wiping, a number of things. You know, if you're a woman. So anyway, they finally get my medical records back or whatever and send them to a expert, and the expert give his advice, and then it's boom. We think we strongly have a case, but it's more to it than just you had an infection and they prematurely broke your water. It's a little more to it. So they actually, I had blood clots also, and I guess my placenta. I had developed blood clots. They want to notice because again, every time I told them that I was hurting, every time I told them that my stomach felt a little too heavy or anything like that, I never really checked anything besides Genesis' heartbeat and to see if he was in there moving around. That's all they ever checked. And then they would just tell me that it was normal. It was my first pregnancy, and unfortunately I was having a hard first pregnancy, and they just never checked anything else. Keep my blood pressure under control, and keep my stress down. That's all they ever say. So, they also see that the placenta was separating from the uterine wall, which is called some type of, I think, placental eruption or something, where the baby will or possibly could pass away. And it's also, I'm guessing, supposed to be dangerous for the mom or whatever. Now, it was not completely detached. They say it looked like it had began to detach. Which means that when I got to the ER, I was already dilated and contracting, so they were supposed to give me a shot to stop the contractions. And then I was supposed to be hospitalized. And probably during that time, they would have did whatever exams needed to be done, and they would discover that I had an infection, that I had blood clots, and that the placenta was beginning to separate. But these are things that they did not find out until after they had already broke my water in the ER, and my baby had already passed away. For weeks, my complaints went unnoticed at the ER and at doctor's appointments. My last doctor's appointment, I was actually supposed to be going in because the meter that I had that I needed to check my blood with, take my blood with every day, my glucose with every day. It was broken, so I had asked them for the one that you stick on or whatever, that you don't have to do anything; it just does it for you. So I was in there for that, but that was the last time, if I'm not mistaken, that I had actually went into the office. And I told the lady again then, it's heavy down there. Oh, well, he's down there. Yeah, he may be mostly down at the bottom, but there's something else wrong. Like, you see me getting ready to stand up, and again, I'm literally holding the bottom of my stomach because it feel like he gonna fall out. So, yeah, all this is going on, and I have talked to a number of people who feel like a number of things went on that were completely negligent. But because it's UAMS and Arkansas puts so much money into this hospital because it's a university as well, um, basically they become immune to these type of incidents, and basically they get swept under the rug, and most people won't take them to court. And whereas the lawyer was like, yeah, 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 we have a good case, all of a sudden now he doesn't think that we have a case at all. That's not that we don't have a case at all, but he doesn't have a case that he can win. So I call lawyers and I talk about it, and then I have to take a break because it's just rehashing the story over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like today, I had to go through the process of saying it all over again. But at this time, it's some type of hope, prayer, dream, wish up on the star that somebody out there somewhere got some type of information, help, know a lawyer that's not afraid to take the situation on, somebody that can shed some more light on it that maybe can make me understand with it. I'll probably never be able to live with it because I know that they broke my water. And if my water hadn't been broken, other things would have transpired to where maybe my baby would still be here today. And that's a fact. I'm Miss Arkansas. How you doing? Are you actually coming in here to talk or no? Anyway, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, y'all. I hope I didn't leave out nothing. Maybe people will come in and ask questions on parts I may have left out. But basically, I'm really just trying to get some help. Nothing, I'm making TikToks. That's what's on my mind. What's on your mind? But yeah, um, I'm just looking for some help, some insight, some advice, something. I probably never have closure on it because I was there and I know. It's nothing they will ever be able to say because I know I was there and I know that man did not know what he was doing, and I know that he broke my water. And y'all just been saying that y'all sorry and it's just a freak, something that happens, and a lot of things were omitted, and I would have never known had I not gone and got a lawyer. Had they not requested the medical records, I would have just thought that my baby died because I got an infection, and that's far from what really actually happened.